Papa Squad coming at ya. Hey everybody, it's Monday. So, God, this is just so painful. I had somebody comment that I said rap and hip hop were a black art form. It was black music, black created, and it was 100%. It was created from no, not 100%. Sorry, black and brown. It was African American people and Hispanic, Caribbean, certainly Hispanic background, whatever you want to, whatever term you want to use. It was inner city people in the 1970s who came up with this music, much like far in the past, also in the 20th century, they came up with jazz and R&B, also black music. The fact that white people are capable of making hip hop, jazz, and R&B does not mean the people who originally created it shouldn't be credited anymore. That's exactly what it sounds like, which is appropriation, and that's some BS. The person who made this comment was trying to call for unity, which is complete garbage, because what they were saying is you should listen to this guy. It's a rapper named Meezus, so of course I had to look it up. And yes, he's a Trump supporting whiny white dude who doesn't like the fact that people happen to say that he's a white guy doing hip hop. Yeah, if you're a white guy doing hip hop, you owe your entire career to black and brown people who created this genre of music. And if you think differently, you're an absolute moron, because this music simply would not exist without those people coming up with it. So if you don't want to credit someone who's not white for creating the genre of music that you support yourself on, I'm not gonna play your music, and you sound like a whiny moron. And honestly, I thought his rapping was good. This Meezus guy, I thought he was a decent rapper, but I have no interest in listening to his closed-minded, stupid, whiny whiteness when it comes to music. I want to enjoy the music. I don't want to listen to it and go, you sound like a moron. And that's what he sounds like. I've said before, I'm liberal. In the past, I would have been considered fairly centrist. I grew up in a conservative family, a conservative household. All of my family is conservative. The only other liberal I know in my family is hasn't lived near us for decades. Absolutely maddening. So no, I'm not going to listen to a whiny white dude talk about how he feels like he's being treated like a guest in the hip-hop industry, and that he somehow likens black people, I think he said Michael Jackson, playing basketball. They don't consider him a guest. No, they don't. Because he wasn't allowed to play, sorry, not him. Black people weren't allowed to play basketball until well into its popularity. You'll note there's a movie coming out soon that's about introducing some of the best black basketball players ever to basketball. And it was controversial because white people are assholes to people who aren't white, because so many white people are idiots. I mean, the fact that you can't look at another person and take them as another person without taking into account the fact that they have dark skin and that you somehow think that makes them less than you, just, you're a useless person. I mean, get educated. Seriously. I have no interest in promoting anybody's music who has that sort of opinion about things. So you're not going to see it on here. I really considered whether or not I wanted to do the Broadnax stuff. And guess what? He commented on a Broadnax video. and this is exactly what I expected to see. So, nope, not going to happen. Not going to listen to Mr. Mises and his Trump spouting ridiculous, moronic opinions. Yeah, no, people killed and died for Michael Jordan to be able to play basketball. Nobody killed or died for you to record hip-hop music. You may not like the fact that it was created by black and brown people, but tough luck. That's the truth of the matter. And that should be something that we celebrate, not something that we sweep under the carpet because it offends your frail white ego. Get over yourself. Instead, what I thought I'd do today, instead of listening to a racist, closed-minded, Trump-supporting idiot, is listen to DJ Format and the rapper Abdominal, who are, actually they happen to be Canadian, well, English and Canadian, but they have a song called White Rapper. And this is the right way to go about making a song about rapping if you're a white guy or a couple of white guys. I'm a big fan of DJ Format. I've known his stuff for, 20 years almost. He's worked with Akil and Charlie Tuna from Jurassic 5. He's worked with a Canadian rapper named Decisive, who's also a fantastic rapper. Abdominal, he's teamed up with a lot. They have a bunch of music out together. So let's jump in here. I have this song open. If you haven't ever heard DJ Format before, he's white guy born in Southampton, England, and I think now he's in Canada, and Abdominal is in Canada, and they've made a bunch of music together. He's got a good sense of humor. Abdominal has just a really solid sounding voice, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's just jump in. This is White Rapper from Abdominal and DJ Format. Very old school.
I'm a white rapper, well more specifically a Jewish one. Perhaps a distinction that's moot to some, but sorta not to me. But still, setting aside that technicality for the purpose of the song, let's just say I'm white passing, which wouldn't be wrong. So I'm a white rapper, and if I might add here, but rather high caliber, which really shouldn't come as a surprise. Why? Because I've been doing this for more than half the time I spent alive. To be exact, 23 years with 13 of those as a career. But to be clear, when I say career, I'm not talking about superstardom, because a lot of those years have
Love the mouth harp in the background.
been hardship, just trying to make ends meet, strictly from laying sentences over beats. Okay, so check, it hasn't always been easy. Is that the extent of what the song's theme be? Well, no, there's more to it than that. Remember I mentioned my race at the start of the rap? Well, that was for more than just shits and giggles. Was thinking I spit a little about being an individual that some might say appropriates, which wouldn't be totally inappropriate for them to say, because it's not inaccurate. I have been a guest in this house of rap music for as long as
I have been a guest in this house of rap. I actually don't like the word guest, and the other guy also used that term. You're not a guest. You're also contributing to the conversation that is hip-hop and the overall experience of it. You're still a creator. You're just not... You don't happen to be of the race, the background, the culture that created this particular music. But we're all human beings, so we can all create that music. I just think it's super awesome of this guy to acknowledge the fact and not whine about it, like some people, that it's not music that was originated by a white person. And it's only fair to give them the credit for it.
because I've been residing in it, less than a guest in fact, never even invited in it by those who created it. I just heard it, loved it, and wanted to participate in it.
There you go. I just heard it, loved it, and wanted to participate in it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving my opinion on what I think of this music. That's all I ever do. I'm never going to tell you it's good or bad other than what I think about it. And almost everything we've listened to, I've really liked.
Who created it? I just heard it, loved it, and wanted to participate in it. And so participate I did. A pasty white kid taking a mic to kick rap to a predominantly black crowd. I was whack at first, and so they deservedly laugh loud until I got less whack and heard less laughs. Even started to collect daps off the strength of my rhyme until finally I was welcomed into the community over time. And that community is where I stayed and where I made a life for myself, one I'm still living today. And to
Wait, you mean as a white guy, you showed a passion for something that black and brown people had created, and you got laughed at first, but really they were judging you on your current ability, and once you got better at it, they were like, damn, you're good. Alright. Huh, that's weird. It's almost like the opposite of what a lot of whiny white people do when they find something and somebody's bad at it or not as good at them, and they yell them down and tell them to stop and don't do that anymore and you're doing it wrong. Nope, not doing it wrong, just learning. God, I hate whiny white people.
To reiterate, it's often been a struggle. Don't think anyone could accuse me of being in it for a quick buck. Help, letting a simple way to make a living. I do it cause I love it. Plus I feel I'm giving back to the culture that raised me in more ways than just the music I've created. Donated my time playing at fundraisers, facilitated workshops for all ages, gave feedback to aspiring artists, but none of that made my skin tone any darker. But does that matter? Is the query clearly not to cool her? Hip-hop pioneer states this is a culture built on music, vibration, peace, love, no color. A melting pot, bridging nationalities, which sounds great, but what if when put in practice that means a white dude rapping for white dudes? Like what happened with rock, jazz, like blues? At what point does appreciation become a pattern of appropriation? I'm not sure, probably not my place to decide. Just some thoughts that are racing through my mind, posing questions, not pretending answers. Sign your friendly local neighborhood white rapper.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
Going old school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God, it didn't sound like they were whining at all, did it? They sounded like they actually knew what the hell they were talking about. Good song. I like it. I like DJ Format's stuff. I think his beats are really great. He does some experimental stuff. There's We Don't Know was the song that was really big by him, I think back in the 90s, and that was a great song. I love that song. Yeah, check it out. And if you're a hip-hop guy who happens to be white and you hate the fact that your music, or you can't even give credit to somebody who's not white for inventing what you do, I mean, that's just ridiculous and stupid, and you look like a moron, and I'm not gonna promote it. I mean, it's just it's just so incredibly maddening and stupid, and I just, it's sad that there are people out there who can't accept that there are people with other skin colors and that they've actually done things that are worthwhile. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Papa Squat, checking out. And now if I get visited by a bunch of conservative idiots, I can do a bunch of banning. See ya. Have a good night.